What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about the Universal Monsters, classic monsters films. There's over 30 of them, so let's get started. I already talked about Bride of Frankenstein, but I'm going to actually start talking about all the Dracula films first, and then go on to Frankenstein, and then I'll continue on from there. So let's start it off with the most classic vampire film out there, Dracula. Released by Universal February 14th, 1931, and it was written by Garrett, produced by Carl Lammle Jr., and produced and directed by Todd Browning, who's also done other some iconic and controversial films like Freaks, The Unknown, London After Midnight, and Mark of the Vampire. This had a budget of $342,000, and it's quite an interesting film. So I'm pretty sure majority of horror fans have seen this, and if you're new to the horror genre and have no idea about this film, Dracula is one of the most iconic vampire stories out there, and this is one of the first full adaptations of the story. So basically, uh, Count Dracula is a vampire, but he's disguised as a human, and he lives in Transylvania. But in the film, he comes to London and tries to make a new home there, and starts haunting and causing mischief and sucking the blood of victims in London. And it's up to a certain group of people to figure out what's going on and how to stop them. And this lays the groundwork for a lot of vampire films. This film, where he can't be seen, and he can't go out in sunlight, and all that fun stuff, the cross and everything. It's very dark. This film, Bela Lugosi plays Dracula, and he does a phenomenal job. He did it in the stage production before this film was made, and he did this one, and it is really well. The acting overall in this whole film is really well done, and definitely a lot of fun. A lot of them bring a lot of good energy, a lot of good spooky aspects to it, and the cinematography in this is really well done too. There's some pretty big elaborate sets for the castle that Dracula resides in, and him coming down like the stairs in his cape and everything is one of the most iconic shots, and definitely one of the more creepier shots of the film. And they do have some kooky cheesy special effects nowadays, but at the time it must have been really cool. They have a really good uh, bat transformation sort of scene in it, where he basically turns into a rubber bat and flies around and stuff. It was pretty neat, and they actually use that a lot more in the sequels coming up. But this one you only see it once or twice, and it's you can tell it's a rubber bat, but still, it's a lot of fun. And It's your standard vampire film, but at the time, no one's really seen anything like this back in 1931. So when it came out, a lot of people were shocked and surprised. And the vampire films are one of the ones where it's cool because they look just like us and stuff, just with longer canine fangs to suck blood out of you. And it's a lot more tame than most films nowadays, but overall, it definitely builds the tension in the story more with certain characters, and it definitely carries quite the spooky feel to it. It's not the scariest one or anything. There is a lot of good dark moments in this film, though, and overall, it's just a good story, well acted, and well shot. And it's a classic for a reason. So, but there are some silly moments, and don't forget to look out for the scene where he's in a girl's bedroom, and there's a piece of cardboard stuck clearly on a lamp that they accidentally left in, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's about halfway through the movie, so try to find it. It's fun, but besides all that, it's still a classic and definitely one of the best monster movies ever made. So, and definitely probably the best vampire films ever made, and I absolutely adore it. And I know majority of horror fans absolutely adore it. So yeah, without a doubt, this one's going to get a 5 out of 5, obviously, but the sequels vary from sequel to sequel. So yeah, but obviously this is a classic and definitely deserves a high ranking like this. So good second film. I think this is the second 5 out of 5 for this. We still got like 30 something to go. So let's get to it. But for now, that's it for this one review. I just wanted to come in here and put my 2 cents on what I thought of Dracula, and we'll move on to the sequels that some people don't really talk about as much, and talk more about that. So, but yeah, there's a trailer link down below. If for some reason you've never seen Dracula, or if you actually just want to relive it and stuff like that, there's a trailer link down below. Also, link down below is my Instagram, where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually have the film title and hashtag and the subject. A film in a hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also my letterbox is linked down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those 2 platforms to stay in the loop with this channel. Also, make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. And also, if you have any, let me know your favorite classic Universal monster film down below too. I'd love to hear what other people think of them. And if you have any other films or franchises, I'll watch anything. Comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So make sure you subscribe so we find something weird, obscure, and odd, or you hear my opinions on popular films like this one. Yeah, and make sure you subscribe. And make sure you ring that bell, because the next one we're going to be talking about is the sequel, Dracula's Daughter. Is it as good as Dracula, or is this an early sign of the sequelitis that is far more standard nowadays? But we'll see in the next review. So make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, watch out for all those crazy old men that might be turning into vampires and sucking all your blood out. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.